It's meal prep time, and I just put the camera on and decided to share with you exactly how I go through my meal prep. I'm looking at my sink. I have some chicken breasts out. I have some tilapia as well. I've been so into the salmon because I absolutely love salmon, but salmon has a lot of well, it has more fat than tilapia, omegas, and which is not bad. But at this point in my cut, um, officially 10 weeks out, I want to make sure I kind of dial in on certain things and really tighten up on my diet a little bit. So, not that anything is wrong with salmon, I just want to consume more tilapia because of the fat content compared to the salmon. Now, I'm not going to walk you through my lunch prep. I'm actually going to share with you my breakfast prep. I took notes of 3 questions that I got from people, especially on Instagram. The first one is, what am I doing to lose weight? There's no secret diet, there's no secret workout method, no nothing. Everything is just being shared. So as for what I am doing, I am consistent with my workout. I take myself to the gym and I put in the work. That has not changed. A lot of you saw me bulk from 112 to 151. Okay, end of April last year, I got to my goal of 151 pounds. And the same work ethic that I had then is what I have now. Now, honestly, being on this cut, my strength is slowly going down on certain exercises, but with other exercises, I'm still I'm still there. So that is what I'm doing. I'm actually, and I'm also doing more cardio because you're trying to, on a cut, you're trying to burn off extra calories, and that is why I'm doing cardio. Cardio has not replaced my weightlifting. If anything, I'm actually lifting a little bit more. And I'll show with you my workout schedule in a second. Second, I am really dialing in on my diet. I made 2 videos on macros. So one video explained what a macro is and how to read a food label and how does that relate to your macros. And then the other video is really calculating your macros. And folks are still asking me, even though I suggest these 2 videos, I'm not sure if people are just too busy to take care of their own priorities with regards to health and fitness, or folks are lazy, or I don't know what's going on. I felt like these videos were pretty much straightforward videos, so I'll link them again. But folks, you cannot use someone else's macros to figure out your personal weight loss goal, okay, or weight gain goal. That is something you have to personally calculate. So my macros are different from what my husband's macros are, and his macros will be different from someone else's, okay? So take the time. It takes less than 15 minutes probably to figure out what your macros are, learn how to read a food label, and that is what I'm doing. I'm standing in front of what I'm about to prepare. Food labels are there for a reason, but if you're trying to gain weight or lose weight effectively, macros is definitely something you want to learn. The second question, what am I eating? A lot has changed with my diet. When I was bulking, definitely I was eating in a caloric surplus. And, I was having very rich foods like lasagna and pies and so on and so forth. Not with bad ingredients, but I was just eating in a surplus. Now I'm eating in a deficit. Okay, I'm consuming less calories on the daily because that's what I need to do to get ready for my show. As far as what I've cut out completely, I'm not using any type of oil whatsoever. So I used to use olive oil. I am no longer using oil because I'm trying to cut down. I'm trying to get my physique ready for show. Okay, I still have a lot of work to do. And 10 weeks out, I don't think I look bad. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll see that I've been doing a lot of posing and so on. But you still have to dial in on your diet. So I'm not consuming, egg yolk. I'll have whole eggs, but not with the yolk. I'm not consuming any kind of oil. I'm not preparing foods with oils. I'm either grilling the food, baking, but I'm not frying anything. All the kind of, dressing and so on, I'm not using that. Cheese, I'm not consuming that because you do not want to consume foods that will compromise. Well, I do not want to use foods that will compromise my goals. I really just want to stick within my macros. And honestly, I'm not about the if it fits your macros. I really just want to keep certain things a certain way, and that is what's working for me. I keep my protein high, you know, and then my carbs high on certain days, low on certain days. I don't do the cheat meal things and, you know, things like that, because the goals that I've set for myself, I really don't want to compromise that. Okay, and to each his own, you know, everybody is different. That is just what I'm doing. So I am consuming a lot of protein, a lot of eggs in the morning. That's one of my favorite ways to get protein in. Fish, very lean cut chicken and turkey. I'm not consuming any kind of red meat whatsoever. And I'm consuming food. You know, people always think that when people are cutting, all they live on is protein shakes and powders. I'm actually consuming foods, and quite honestly, I'm the worst at any kind of protein powder. To me, they're kind of, I don't want to use the word gross, but I really don't have the gut for it. I like using just my meals. Okay, and then how often do I train? So my current training schedule, the week starts with the Sunday. So Sunday I go to the gym with my husband, I get legs done, but that leg day is quads focused, so it's all about the quads for me. Okay, he does a little bit of a different scheme. On Monday morning, so when I say Monday morning, I mean like 4:30 in the morning, I go for some HIIT cardio or fasted cardio, depending on the week, and some lats. It's just lats focused exercises, not my lower back, just either my upper lats that day or my lower lats. Okay, and I'll do about 8 to 12 sets of exercises just focused on my lats, because I do, you know, for figure class, I'm trying for figure class, I do have to bring out those lats, and I have seen improvements with those. And Monday's really supposed to be a rest day, but on this cut, there's no day that I'm resting really. On Tuesday, that is really my back day. So I engage my lower back, I focus on certain details, adding depth to my back. So the exercises that I'm doing on Tuesday is just all focused on depth and detail and whatnot. And with that, I do 4 sets of calves. It's not a calf day, but I do 4 sets of calves. I get 24 sets of calves in a week. On one day, which is Tuesday, I get 4 sets of calves in. And with my back, I also do my my triceps and a little bit of my delts. On Wednesday, I definitely have a full calf day. So I do 20 sets of calves on Wednesday with my biceps. On Thursday, that's my second leg day. On that day, I focus on just accessory exercises. So I do a lot of leg extensions, leg curls, and just little odd exercises here and there, you know, exercises that are not so popular with other people, but I like doing Jefferson squats and so on and so forth. And also on Thursday, I do my shoulders. On Friday, that's heavy hams. I really go ham on my hams and my glutes and chest. And then on Saturday morning with my husband, we'll go in and get some cardio. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but I split my workout sessions into 2 sessions per day. In the morning, I go get some cardio done. I do cardio about 3-4 days a week. And I do not have a set schedule for cardio, but I'll definitely tell you on Monday and Saturday, I get some cardio in as well. And then other days, depending on which days, you know, sometimes I have a faculty meeting in the morning, sometimes I don't. So it just depends on the other times. I get 3 to 4 days of cardio in, no more than 25 minutes per session. Okay. So I was saying that I split my sessions into 2. So I go 4:30 in the morning, I get my workout in. That is perfect for me because I actually get to work a little bit earlier. Okay, because the distance from my, you know, where my gym is at to my job is closer to than where I actually live down to my job. All right. And after work, when I say after work, not immediately after work, but later on at night, which is really not the best time to go at this point in the year, I get my other group in. So for example, on Thursday morning, I'll go in, get some cardio if I feel like doing it at that time, and my shoulders. and then after work at night, I can just focus on my legs. So that is what works for me. You always have to find what works for you. So those are 3 questions. I know that took some time, but I do want to say this to you guys, and I know this video is a little bit longer than I intended. At this point in the year, you know, at the beginning of the year, people make these resolutions. Okay, a lot of people no longer need to make resolutions. You really just need to make a revolution, a 180. That's what you need to make. You know, just try to remain focused on your goals. Honestly, guys, no one wants to hear you complaining about how early it is, how hard you have it, how stressful your life is, how much time you don't have. Frankly, everyone has 24 hours. It's really up to you and what you prioritize. It comes down to your priorities. If health and fitness is such a big deal to you in 2016, go out and make it happen. Okay, I'm always amazed at how people commit to hours on social media every day and not even spend 30 minutes to an hour just taking care of their health. With that said, I'm going to move on to my breakfast prep. Alright guys, meal prepping is not as tough as it seems. One of the things I like to eat for breakfast is the turkey sausage by Butterball. Alright, and I usually do about 1 serving for myself. So here, as you can see on the food label, alright, I know that's clear enough. A serving, which is 56 grams, gives a total of 5 grams of fat and 6 grams of carbs and 7 grams of protein. Okay, I like using this as a protein source. Okay, so with 7 grams of protein, I like to do about 2 servings. Okay, so I'm going to remove the, and I'm also preparing for my husband, but I'll just do 1, show you my meal prep, and then I'll prepare his meal out of, you know, away from camera. So I like to do about 2 servings, and I'm going to do 112 grams of turkey. So since 56 grams is 7 protein, 2 servings, sorry, will be 14 grams of protein. So what you want to do is, and guys, a food scale is probably your best friend when it comes to dieting. So I put my plate on there, tear the scale, I'll bring it to 0. Then I'm going to add 112. All right, so that little piece in there. Okay, so this is 2 servings of turkey, and I put that in a larger plate. So that right there is for 1 morning. Okay, I'm going to do another. And it just comes down to reading a label and understanding how to read your labels and how it ties into your macros. So again, guys, check out my video. I think I did a pretty decent job of explaining your macros, and you can't go wrong with macros. That whole concept is one that is tried and true. So don't be afraid to learn how to read your macros. It's something that's going to help you in the long run. All right, and that's another serving. Now, I got a little bit tired of this. I got a little bit, you know, I was tired. You get tired of eating the same thing. So we were looking one day when we were shopping for options and came across this turkey bacon. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And these are just the bonus points, the bonus things on here. Gluten-free, no MSG. That's like a huge deal for me. And just smoked, and I like that scent and that taste, and it's so good. It's pretty lean as well. So let's look at the food label on here. It says for 1 slice you get 2.5 grams of fat, okay, and then for your protein, 5 grams of protein, and then for your total carbs, 1 gram. Again, I like consuming my protein. Well, I like consuming a high protein breakfast. So one slice, 5 grams of protein. So I usually do about 4 slices, and 4 5s, 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4. These pieces will go in a separate container for another morning. All right, other than that, I'm going to get some peppers cut up. All right, I don't include veggies and so in my macros because that's just fiber, and fiber doesn't really get digested. Yes, you get benefits from them, but as far as a nutritional value, I do not include these in my macros. So this is just for the roughage and the added value like the antioxidants and so on and so forth. Some mushrooms and some kale. I'm also going to prepare some eggs, from birds that were not fed with animal byproduct or did not get injected with any added hormones or anything like that. And believe it or not, there is a food label in here as well. So one whole egg will give you about 6 grams of protein. All right. I got a little bit tired of egg whites. Believe me, I've been doing that for a while, a long time. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with whole eggs on a cut. You just have to remove the egg yolks. Primo, my dog, gets to have the egg yolks, and that has been working. Sorry about that. That has been working perfectly fine for our household. So I'm going to get some eggs boiled here for the hubby and I. Okay, so in case you're wondering why I'm not cooking every single egg that I have, it's because my husband picks up on the meal prep mid-week, and storing a lot of stuff in the fridge. I mean, we do have food in the fridge. That takes up a lot of space. So I just prepare for 3 days on end, and he picks up thereafter. And I'm also using my ceramic pots. Remember I talked about those? With these pots, I do not have to use any oil, and that's what's amazing. So I'm going to show you how exactly I use these to get the sausage done and the bacon done. More so the sausage. So all you got to do is add a little bit of water in here, just enough to cover the bottom of the pot. Let that get heated up. Add your sausage, add your veggies, cook, and then flip, cook again, and you're done. Pretty easy stuff, guys. Just add about okay, remember I'm not using any oil, so to avoid burning or sticking, I just add water to cover the bottom of the pot. I like adding my veggies last because I want them a little bit crunchy and not overcooked. So that is why I'm doing that. But of course, cook your food however you want to. Okay? It is very hard trying to manipulate this iPad because my camera is just charging and my phone died. But anyways, I put the sausage in there and then added the kale. You can use kale, spinach, whatever. This is just what I had in my fridge, okay? You don't have to eat your vegetables separate. Add it to your breakfast. It makes your breakfast look a little bit jazzy, okay, festive, a little bit attractive, right? Added some bell peppers here, green and yellow bell peppers, and some mushrooms that I had there. So just find what you have in your fridge and make it work for you. There's no set rule to how you get things done in your kitchen. I'm just showing you what I do on this cut, okay? So I'm not using any oil, and believe it or not, I enjoy this. This is one of my best ways to prepare a breakfast sausage. With regards to the eggs, I didn't add any salt or anything like that. We usually do that to the taste. So if my husband wants salt, he would add salt, but he's not very big on that either. Pepper, whatever. So I just boil the eggs plain. But going back to this, I'll get this finished and dry down a little bit, and then add this to my container for breakfast number 1 for the week. Alright, you can pretty much see the steam coming from these eggs, but what I like to do is open up the cold water. Okay, so throw out the hot water, the boiling water from the eggs. Fill up the pot with cold water as cold as you possibly can. And I like pouring that out. Bring it up one more time with cold water. And I'm going gonna let this sit in there for about 10 minutes, you know, just so I can tend to the other stuff that I'm doing here. And I assure you, peeling off your shell will be a lot easier and you get that nice, clean, smooth egg. So let it sit there. So throw out the hot water, rinse it off with cold water, let it sit in cold water. Alright everyone, we're done. This is what my breakfast looks like. This is what meal prepping looks like. It took probably, well, it took half an hour at most just to get everything done. You know, I was talking to you guys, so obviously things took a while. Regardless, I appreciate you looking on. I hope this video helped you a little bit. Please do check out my nerd fitness, my macros, 2 videos on macros actually. That will really help you understand what you need to consume on the daily with regards to weight loss or weight gain. I will see you guys in the next video. Leave me a comment and a thumbs up. Bye!